St. John's kind of a quiet community. They didn't know what to expect when Canaport was first coming.
Fear of the unknown, to not knowing really what the project was about.
When people had concerns, they were addressed in a meaningful way.
I'm very fortunate to be somebody who's been given an opportunity to work in a family business that has a great history and a great culture to always be mindful of and to be a part of. There was a tremendous history before me with my grandfather, my Uncle Jack, my father. They put their heart and soul into picking this location and building Canaport Oil, and to know that today Repsol, another company that saw the same potential that my grandfather did, is here with an investment along with us on Canaport LNG it's fantastic.
We seem to be returning back to the glory days of our early history. At the time of the Loyalist and so on, St. John was rated as one of the top 4 cities in the world. Places like New York, London, and Paris, and St. John would have been in the same category. Now, with the coming of the energy hub, we are now returning to those glory days.
Canaport LNG is a very important project for Repsol. We had pipelines that had to be built and expanded. We had an LNG terminal that had to be constructed. You drew from the community in order to bring the laborers in to build a plant. You had the community itself. They all had to come together in support of the project.
What would my grandfather say if he was here today? Well, he would have asked, why didn't we do it sooner? For all of us who've grown up in this part of the world, that have made careers here, have raised families here, to have a company like Repsol come here and embrace it in the way that they have is terribly rewarding. To know that the senior leadership of Canaport LNG have come from Spain or Argentina and have really integrated themselves into the community and are as proud to be a part of it as we are, is on a personal level, it's very rewarding. And I think it actually says a lot too about the future potential of this location.
Repsol has a nice reputation working with communities all around the world. So my goal was trying to apply all those concepts to a local community like St. John. We started this project with a multinational team and multinational companies. So the challenge was at the beginning how to get all these people together.
Today we're celebrating all the hard work of men and women that built this plant. It's an incredible thing to see, and it's obviously a great achievement. What's not necessarily visible to everybody is how important the support of the community was before we even could consider inviting a company like Repsol to consider the opportunity.
I don't think Repsol on their own or Irving Oil on their own could have done what they've done. This was truly a team effort in terms of Irving Oil, Repsol, Emira Brunswick Pipeline, and the community, whether it be the arts and culture community, whether it be the recreation community, whether it be the social side of the community. Everybody worked at the same table, openly communicated about what the issues were and how to get through them.
When ships come to Canaport, they first are met by the pilots. The pilots get on board, and then they steer the ship safely to the berth. Once they get to the facility itself, we have mooring lines that are thrown out. We have a crew that actually goes out and berths the ship. Once the ship is safely tied up and secure, then our people take over and our people connect the unloading arms to the ship. From there, once everything is safe and secure again, and everybody's confirmed that, the LNG is then pumped from the ship through pipes into the LNG storage tanks on shore in Canaport.
We have 3 of them with a capacity of 160,000 cubic meters each one. Once the LNG is inside those tanks, there are some pumps inside the tank that can pump out this LNG right to the vaporizers. We have 8 of them, where the LNG is being regasified. So all this LNG going through the coils of the vaporizers will become gas and able to be sent out to the pipeline.
Canaport LNG is very important to the market area because it comes in from the northern end of the pipeline system, which is very constrained. It's going to tremendously help the Northeast United States as well as the Eastern Canada markets ensure that their supplies are reliable for a long time to come.
I heard people like electricians and boilermakers or insulators that they were so proud that they were going to be the first LNG terminal in Canada. In some occasions, we have to ask them not to work under very, very extreme weather conditions because they wanted to finish the job.
I have lots of optimism about the future, and as a company, along with others like Repsol, will no doubt continue to put a lot of effort into developing lots of opportunities, of which I'm hoping at some point in the near future we'll be celebrating, maybe somewhere out here, another product just like what we see here today.
You know, we've been going around North America selling New Brunswick as the energy hub, and this is the first major piece of the puzzle. We can now say to everybody, this isn't a vision now, this isn't some dream of somebody, it's real. The rubber hit the road when that LNG plant started up and started transporting gas down that Brunswick pipeline.
You have a company that sees much more than a short-term transaction, much more than just a construction project, but a place that they see not only suitable for doing business in, but living and being a part of. It's the key ingredient for investment decisions in the future, to have that sort of confidence.
The LNG facility out at Canaport is a huge part of the energy hub for the province of New Brunswick. Irving Oil, who is a huge part of not only of our region in southern New Brunswick, but all of the province in Atlantic Canada, has a vision, and their vision included infrastructure that would make New Brunswick the energy hub for not only all of Atlantic Canada, but all of northeastern North America.
I suppose the most important thing for me to do here today is to thank all the people that supported this project, to thank Repsol for believing in the community, and really to thank the community at large for giving us their support.
You've got to thank Repsol for what they've done, but you also at the same time have to thank Irving Oil, because it was Irving Oil that was the true partner, and that convinced Repsol that this was a place to invest, and that Irving Oil was the company to invest with, and that Irving Oil and Repsol would make a good partnership with the community.
All of these people have seen a great future here in St. John, but it all started because of a vision, I believe, of Kenneth Irving to make something happen here in St. John, the same as his grandfather.
This community, the neighbors, the business leaders in this city, the authorities, they were more than helpful. So I would say that the integration between both partners couldn't be better.
Knowing that this project required people and companies from all over the world to come together using state-of-the-art technology to make this project finally come to fruition, and then seeing it happen, that's what makes me most proud.
We are very proud at Repsol to have successfully completed the construction of the Canaport LNG regasification terminal, helping to secure the supply of energy to North American homes and industry. There are many people to thank today, from our partners at Irving Oil, from management to every last engineer, technician and contractor involved in the project. Our commitment to the countries where we operate goes far beyond the short-term interest and has instead matured into long-lasting relationship, good business and excellence. The future is here now, and it's called Canaport LNG.